Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Azizdrives, and today we have this Porsche Panamera Turbo with a 4.8 liter V8 engine and over 500 horsepower to prove to the world that those cars can be eco-efficient, right? And that we don't need cars like the ones you see in the background. And that's why I park it here, right? It's a free country, I can do whatever I want, right? Actually, I'm not sure if I can do that, but I did it and I loved it. Now, before we start with the eco test, let's see what the engine is all about. Now let's have a look at what we're dealing with today. And with this beautiful, incredible logo that I so much love, you wouldn't believe it. Now, here is the engine. A very beautiful V8 twin turbocharged. It says direct fuel injection here. Turbo there. And it has 520 horsepower and 770 newton meters of torque. There is one stronger car. It will be the Porsche Panamera Turbo S. Now this is pre-OPF, pre all of that times, right? So this is the purest V8 you can get from Panamera right now. One later is also good, but somewhere in 2018 they started to put in OPF. So this is the purest and actually the one you should consider buying, because however, if you check our review, you will find out that this car costs 40,000. Imagine you're getting this for 40k. That is absolutely incredible. Now, like always, we have to put in some fuel. Now, in other Porsches, like a Porsche 911, for example, the fuel cap would be at the front, right? To put the car a little bit more down, but here, we don't need any of that, right? So we just take this 98 and fill it up until it's full completely, and then I'll give you the proof. I've filled it up yesterday, so it shouldn't be too much. Let's see. Still going. 7.63 liters on the first click, 7.71 on the second. Now we're just going to the first click so that come on. Okay, now let's go inside. Have a look at that. Come on, man, come on. This is what I call an interior. 40k for that. Incredible. Now, where is the fuel gauge? Okay, there it is. It says full. What we're going to do is we're going to reset everything. So going here into the screen. The screen is a little outdated. Trip, reset. Then we say sight, which is basically since I've driven it. Now I have to pay before they think I'm running. See you a little later. All right, I got myself a coffee, but have a look at this. Have a look at this now. Look at this now. The door stays exactly where you want it to be, which is a very good thing considering. Oh shit! Nah, I have to get used to those cars. Give me a second. All right, we spilled a little bit of that coffee, but it was all outside the car, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's start it up now. Look at that. On the left side, this feels like a plane, man. Come on, look at this. How many stuff you can choose here, how many buttons you have. I mean, I just want one because this is an eco test and it's the fuel, the exhaust valve to be open. Now we shall begin. Immediately PDK gets me second gear. Now what I will do is I will put the car into the 7th gear as soon as possible so that we save a little bit of fuel because of the high gear. Now the thing is this. I love Porsche for very simple reasons, okay? They have a fantastic engine, but most of all, they have an incredible gearbox, right? I mean, the gearbox is arguably the best gearbox of the world. And I say this in a car that is 10 years old. You cannot believe how good a PDK is. It is literally incredible to drive. incredibly comfortable. It has so seamless and nice shifts. Even the get going, it is just an incredible gearbox that I'm really a big fan of. What a fantastic gearbox this is. It makes the drive so much more pleasurable. Really, shifting through gears, it's just beautiful. Nothing clunky, not a single thing of instability in that gearbox. It is brilliant to experience, and I absolutely love it. So with that said, please check out the full review of this car on YouTube. Now we're doing the fuel economy test. Looks like we are very lucky today because there's actually no traffic. Well, it's early in the morning, 9:45 Zurich. Well, early, that's not early, but it's an okay time to travel. And we are doing incredible, friends. The clock says 8.5 liters. Now the way is going to be around 100 kilometers. Let's say 95. Let's go to the left lane here. Let's stay in 7th gear if possible. I am really in love with this car. I mean, it is such a brilliant car for the money. It's incredible. It's really incredible to experience. What a great car this is. It really gets to the car guy. Even I, as a car guy, want to drive it. I want to experience what it can do. You might remember my famous quote where I said, don't buy a Porsche 911. This applies to every Porsche. The problem is with Porsche, you know, it isn't the most beautiful car, okay? The Panamera isn't the most beautiful car. It's not the most exciting one. But from the core to the highest ranked supercar, the DNA of a Porsche is here. The perfection and the orientated car for the driver. I mean, you can literally tell every single Porsche is fantastic to drive. I don't know about a single Porsche that's not cool to drive. I don't know about any. I mean, I'm talking about the 924, 944, 968, 928, all of those old cars, 911, Boxster S, one of the best cars to drive. I know it because I owned one. Believe it or not, I was very young. I wanted to own a Porsche, so I bought a Boxster, right? It was incredible to drive. It was beautiful. Going on the brakes, turning in, oversteer. What a fantastic car to drive. It really was. I don't care what you say. Oh, girl car. I don't care, man. Does this look like a girl to you? Certainly not, right? And the beard also tells that I'm not a girl. Or whatever a girl is called today. I am a man. I am a man that came to the world with balls. One of the original ones. And I didn't even take, you know what I mean. So I'm the purest you can get today. Hey friends, I'm halfway in. I'm doing phenomenal. I won't tell you the number. You have to see it in the end of the video. But this is so silent. I'm scared I might fall asleep. This double glass. I can't believe that this car is 39,000. Whoa, what the hell? 39,900 bucks. What a beautiful car, man. Wood. You know, maybe I have a slight interest in cars with a wooden steering wheel. I don't know what it is. I just love it as a daily driver, and I also love carbon fiber on the top, right? When you have a beautiful carbon fiber, when it feels so smooth in the hand, I love that shit. I don't know what it is, but I love it. I love it. Fantastic car. Really a fantastic car to drive. Alright, I think we'll see each other a little later. Now, how is it compared? How is this car compared to a BMW M5, E63, Maserati, Quattroporte, GTS, what else? Aston Martin Rapide. In my opinion, it is going to pulverize all of them on a track. It's going to pulverize them, absolutely. The only car that might have a slightest chance on the track is the BMW. The E63 is going to be pulverized. The RS6 is also going to be pulverized. I mean, this is literally out of all of them, I think this is the fastest. You can literally tell the genes. You can really tell. Maybe not on a straight line, but I believe the 2013, 2014 M5 had 550 horsepower, right? Only rear-wheel drive. The E63 had 585, which is very fast, but still the Panamera takes the lead. The Turbo S especially. Very, very good car. Really, it really is. Yeah. I think we see each other a little later. We are 2/3 of the way in. This might be the best fuel economy test I've done in a long time. The result is fantastic. What I see here with my eyes on the clock is beautiful. It's beautiful, especially knowing that I've done some uphill part. Downhill now comes another uphill portion, and then right in the end we got a downhill portion, which is going to, yeah, give us a very good indicator of what the real world consumption is of a Porsche Panamera Turbo. I love it. It's so good. So good, really. 70 kilometers in. The number I'm seeing is very good. Friends, just a quick off-topic subject that a lot of people don't know. I don't work with a marketing agency. I decide everything myself. I see whether I can do work for other people. I check everything for myself, right? I don't do anything that I don't feel comfortable with. And that's why I wanted to inform you that I brought out my new merch store. The shop has been programmed by me. So if you see any mistakes, make sure you write me in the comment section. I will see it. Also, I have decided the designs of the merch with some people that are helping me. And we're doing everything ourselves. Now, every time I sell a shirt, I'm going to donate a portion from this to people in need. Very simple. The slogan goes, buy a shirt, help a child, right? Now, my reseller, where I buy the shirts from the shirt production facility, they plant a tree every time we buy a shirt, right? So it's just a double plus. We're doing something for the environment, we're doing something for people in need, and it helps me out to actually be able to afford all of those videos. Now, most of you don't know, but I work from Monday to Friday, so everything that you have seen is put here by me, right? And my friends, of course. So I'd appreciate if you check out our merch. It's shop.azizdrives.com, and let's see what I did with this Panamera. Oh, I completely forgot to talk about this. In my fuel economy test, we don't do anything like turn the climate control off or do anything like that. I want a real life fuel economy test, right? I know a lot of people are doing those turn the climate control off, turn everything off, radio and so on, but that's not sustainable. What are you going to do? Take your girl out for a weekend trip and turn off the climate control to save a little bit of money on the fuel? Are you out of your mind? Come on, man. You do it the proper way. You buy a V8 with 7 and 8 gears. You step on the throttle gently when accelerating. You see what the car can do. You use good petrol, and that's it. That's basically it. That's the trick, right? I just see, okay, it's going downhill. I lift the foot off the throttle. I see it's going a little bit uphill. When I'm out at the downhill, I accelerate a little, so I'm faster uphill. I do all those tricks, and it works. I mean, the result is going to be crazy. The needle hasn't moved a slightest bit, maybe just a little bit, and we're driving for 80 kilometers now. It's fabulous. All right, the end is coming. All right, friends, we are at the end of our test. Let's see. It's just a couple of meters. Come on, man. Come on. We can do this. I'm very curious of what it actually used. It says 94.7, 94.8 kilometers. Now that's 95 kilometers until we reach the petrol station there. I'm very curious. Let's see. The car says 95 kilometers and I have used 8.5 liters to 100 kilometers, man. That's very, very good. It's really good. But let's see whether this is also true, right? I mean, the numbers have to match with what we're putting in. All right. The moment of truth, friends. Why am I always a little nervous when I do this? Come on, Porsche Panamera Turbo. First click, come on, stop already. Oh. 7.9 liters to 95 kilometers. Now we would have to calculate that, but in my guess it would be something like 8.1, 8.2 liters to 100 kilometers. I mean, can we be mad about that result? I mean, just look at it, right? 520 horsepower, V8, tops out the 305 kph, fantastic driver's car, over 2 tons, business limousine. I think that's fantastic. I think that's a fantastic result. It is brilliant. I love to do those tests. My God, it's just fantastic. You can buy this for 39,000 now at Autosalon Folketsville. And if you buy this car, I will actually come and personally hand it out to you if you tell the owner that you bought it from Azizdrives, right? Beautiful car. Let's pay. Right now, happy that this is out of the way. Fantastic result, and now finally, we can drive it a little bit more aggressive. You know, at the end of the day, you just try to save fuel on a day-to-day drive, but on the weekends you go full berserk, friends. Full berserk. Listen to this V8. Whoa, it wants to fly. It really wants it. All right. See you on the next one. God bless you. Goodbye.